contest is in the 60-kilogram lightweight division. Please welcome into the ring first, representing Nepal, Khagendra Magar.
So this next contest between Khagendra Magar of Nepal and Abdulkarim Bathily. And here comes Magar.
And please welcome his opponent coming into the blue corner, representing Mali, Abdulkarim Bathily.
Magar won the Prakash Dahal National Memorial Tournament in July. Decent Nepalese compliment has been brought over to the World Championships.
Serbia, Tajikistan, Latvia and Egypt, and your referee in charge of the action from Tunisia, Chokri Ari.
Abdulkarim Bathily jogging his way into the ring, boxing for Mali, born and raised in France. Been to a couple of World Championships before this, in 2021 and 2023. 2022 African Championships. So in terms of major competitions, he's pretty experienced. Also boxed at this year's French Nationals. Everybody wears the same gloves in IBA competition. 10-ounce gloves up to welterweight, then above that it goes to 12-ounce. So there goes the bell. Round one underway. Magar of Nepal in the red. Bathily of Mali in the blue. And two orthodox fighters here, quite different physically though. You look at Roka there, well put together, nice and solid, nice and compact. And Bathily, the taller of the two, the leaner of the two. Long levers on him, can he use them? That's the interesting thing. Roka just turning around that front foot, then looks to fire off the 1-2. Into the body, trying to keep that head, those shoulders on the move. Really commits to the right hand there, stepped in, flung it over the top. But the weight came forward, and at that point, really, you lose your balance and you lose control, and Bathily will have noticed that, and he does it again there. Roka, when he comes forward, he likes to let those hands go, and if you don't move, then he'll end up on your shoulder, and it's very difficult to counter him. But if you do move, if you take your feet out as he's coming in like that, then maybe you can time him on the way in. And Bathily almost did it there with the left hand, as he just stepped off to his left, and that's the adjustment that he needs to make, because this is what he's going to get from Khagendra Roma. I think that's pretty clear now. You look at him there, just trying to get that head slightly off the line. He does. Work is close enough. Bet his hand from Bathily, who's got the tools to deal with this kind of style. So this is a good matchup. Fire off that jab is what I'd be saying to Bathily. Don't wait for him. That jab on the way off back, and he'll have to get. Decent right hand there from Bathily into two, and when you struggle to separate fighters on punches landed, that matters. So he could well be nicking around here in a minute, Roka, but it won't take loads for Bathily to turn it his way if he can land a few good ones towards the end of this first. He's got that reach on him, and Roka just managed to take his feet out there. Good jab there from Bathily, and that's what he needs to do. He threw that just as Roka was beginning to launch himself in, and he couldn't do it. That's a neat one to do there from Bathily. Not much in this opening round. He's had a decent finish to it, the man from Mali. It's a tight round to score. First half of it, Roca had the better of it. Towards the end there, Bathily, I think more came to the fore. I'm not entirely sure which way I'd go with that one. And that's the kind of marauding style we'll get from the man in red. His feet aren't always underneath him, but he just commits to it. You look at that there, he comes square, the right foot comes round. According to the coaching manual, there's plenty wrong with that. But if you're going to do it, you need to do it the way he does it and just throw everything behind it. And if you're Bathily, you just got to make sure you don't panic when you see somebody rush you like that. Take that little step out, half a step back, step off to the side, give yourself some room. And as I was saying before, for somebody like him, with those long arms, that fantastic wingspan, you want to just try and time that jab. When you feel like he's about to spring, keep throwing that jab, because sooner or later, you know he will spring. He's poised ready to go there, Rocky. You can see him. Bathily just trying to move in behind his own lead hand there. Shut his own space down a bit. And Rocker landed left hand there. But the rest of it was fairly wayward. There's that jab from Bathily. He needs to throw that more. Referee just having a quick word with Bathily about holding. And then just removing something that was stuck to the face there, I think, of Rocker. He's a bit more cautious in this second round, Rocker. It could be a stamina issue. He might be wanting to save a bit more for round 3, because the way he fights, the way he does come in with such velocity, does take it out of you. That was another good example there. Bathyly's just trying to catch him on the way in. Just short with the jab there, Bathily. Jab to the body did land though. Right hand from Bathily, just caught Rocker as he was moving forward, put him back onto his heels a bit. He's more aggressive towards the final stages of the round here, Bathily. He's letting his hands go more. I think he feels like he needs to do that, and I would make him right, because he has picked some decent shots at times. Good right hand counter there from him. Nice right hand to the body as well. And good lead left hand, and this is more like it from him, because what you don't want in a fight like this is to find yourself essentially outworked, because there's not much in this. You might feel you've got that greater bit of quality, but it's not always easy to separate fighters on clean punches. Landed in a contest at times has been quite messy. Final few seconds of round 2, there goes the bell. I think I would go blue corner with that round. The first round was very, very tight, and I think maybe I would have gone red with the first one, because there's a greater proactivity and aggression possibly from Rocker, but I could see how you could reverse that and have completely the opposite. But it could well be set up at 1 round apiece here going into the third and final round. Well, it's close. It is close. Rocker is ahead with two of the judges. Bathily is ahead with one of them. So it's tight. It is tight. So Rocker with an advantage there. He needs to turn one of those 19-19s his way, whereas Bathily needs both of them. And I wouldn't argue with the scoring of those opening couple of rounds. They weren't the easiest to separate the two fighters on. Jab just caught on the gloves there by Rocker. Bathily again throws the jab, and Rocker just dipping those knees, keeping those feet on the move. You know what's coming. And again, he really commits there, throws a huge right hand over the top of Bathily, taking his feet out and avoided it very easily, but didn't manage to do anything in reply to it. And I think he just needs to get a little bit busier again here, Bathily. Just a minute gone in round 3, there's plenty of time, but Rocker again just rolling those shoulders, looking to come in. Good right hand counter there though from Bathily. And remember, in terms of the scores, Rocker with that slight edge. There's two judges within 19-19 heading into the final round, and Bathily needs to convert both of them in his favour. Rocker needs one of them. Good jab there from Bathily. He should just keep pumping out that lead left hand. Just keep pumping it out. Good long 1-2 there from Bathily. Heads almost came together there. Into the final minute. And again, he came flying in from the outside there. Rocker lost his feet a bit, I think, and in the end just kind of collapsed into Bathily. But he's still got that kind of jack-in-the-box energy to him. Bathily just trying to catch him with the 1-2 as he came forward. And I think he did with the right hand, but maybe not with the left. And right hand over the top there from Rocker was half blocked, but he's outworking Bathily here. Bathily needs to do more. In the closing stages, he's looking to try and pick those shots nice and cute, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. He's got to have a strong finish here, the fighter in blue. I think Rocker has managed to outwork him in this final round. Well, there goes about the touch of gloves between the two, and I felt a slightly curious performance there from Abdul Bathily in the final round. And I think he just needed to do more. I don't think he finished strong enough, and Rocker put absolutely everything into that final 3 minutes. And with the state of the scorecards, he was 2-0 up with two judges. Bathily was 1-0 up. Was 2-0 up with one judge, rather. So those cards have kind of taken care of themselves. It's the two drawn cards that are the key ones, and Bathily needs both of them. Rocker needs one of them, and I think I would probably be more optimistic if I was in the red corner than the blue. But we'll have to wait and see. They're ready in the middle of the ring, but the scoring sheet is going to make its way over to my colleague Aki Karim shortly. They're having a good look at it. And it's sometimes an indication that you're having to have a check and a double check to make sure that you've circled the right name. It's tight. We can see that it was tight going into that third and final round. But there's a delay here, which is interesting because I don't think there's any possibility of it ending up tied for any reason, because there was nothing to countenance a 10-8 or anything of that nature in that final round. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards where we have a split decision in favour of your winner. In